it's going up my arm. This is pretty cool.
Am I not what you see on TV? Is there something wrong with me? I don't wanna lose you, baby. Please don't pull the plug, I'm begging. 'Cause love is scary, and I don't wanna lose you, baby. Please don't pull the plug.
Pretty common herp you see here, but oh, it's sneaking away. Little brown skink. Oh, he's off. Nice Texas brown tarantula here. Pretty good size as well. This is a Phonopelma hinsey. The only tarantula species we have here in Austin. This is actually just like a perfect rock. As I was flipping it, I was like, this is prime tarantula territory in terms of the conditions of the rock and whatnot. Let's see if I can get it on my hand. I've been trying to work up the courage to handle one of these. I just really don't want to get bit. I'm kind of just stalling the fact that I want to hold this, but I'm also like a little scared. Let's see if I can find a stick. All right, found a stick. See what we can do. It's gonna be a little tricky. Let's just make sure it's not like hungry, because I would not want it to have a food response to my hand. Okay. It's being gentle enough, I believe. Buddy. I just want to remind you that this is a first for me. Grab my other hand really quick. All right, proof that I can hold it. It's on the stick still only because I didn't want to make it feel unstable, but a beautiful, beautiful spider. Feels quite interesting. Its little feet have almost hook-like feeling to them. Now, it's really important when you're handling a New World tarantula, or any tarantula really, to never hold it too high above the ground. Their abdomens are extremely flimsy, so you run the risk of, if they fall, them dropping and rupturing that abdomen, and at that point it's almost guaranteed death, especially in the wild. It's probing around looking for something to move on to. I'm just gonna rotate my hand so it'll continually climb on my hand. Now it's going up my arm. This is pretty cool. Can't really see the fangs too well just because of the lighting, but you can see all those hairs and how fuzzy it is. Very, very neat. I want to be careful. I'm going to hold it a little closer to this rock just in case if it were to fall. It's right here. Just a short little drop. Now, tarantulas have really, really poor eyesight. They really rely on their sense of touch and sensing vibrations, and if there's any air, you know, say I were to breathe on this tarantula, it would sense that. Here we can get a decent look at the burrow that's carved down here under this rock. It'll spend as long down here as it needs to, you know, as long as it's able to find food and survive and the elements are suitable, then it's a place that it'll stay. You can see here is where right here is kind of the trip line. So whenever it senses insects or anything walking out there, it'll trigger its food response to go out and look and see, you know, is there something in my web that I can eat? You know, the web isn't something that'll actually trap the prey. It'll just kind of alert the spider that, hey, you've got food potentially or danger. The spider back to its den here. Oh, kind of dropped him a little bit. Sorry, buddy, but he should be able to find his way back in now. Sweet, that was so awesome. Hell yeah, guys, I was beginning to lose hope, and then I flipped this rock and I found this little tarantula here, but it's a beautiful specimen. I've shown this snake several times on the channel, but it's probably been, I don't know, at least 2 months since I've seen one. I'm trying to find a spot to set. Okay, perfect, I'm sitting. Probably 2 months since I've seen one, and I'm assuming that that's just attributed to the weather and the season cooling down. Even though it's freaking 80 degrees in January right now. I do believe, if these are tail sexable, that this is a female. And the way that I am guessing that is, it's so hard to handle this snake and talk to y'all. I'm gonna show y'all in a second, I promise. Okay, right where the tail starts, you can kind of see there's like a bump-ish. You can definitely see where the tail starts. Maybe not so much in this video, but it's a pretty instant taper where you see that it starts. If it were a male, I think it would be less obvious and the tail would be longer from where it starts. But again, I'm not sure if this species is tail sexable, so it's showing us its beautiful underside, that kind of orangish red. I've always loved that. But I want to try and get some photos of this, and then I'll keep flipping. Those snakes are always kind of impossible to get good photos of and footage of, especially when it's in the middle of the day. They hate daylight. So yeah, I didn't get any photos, but one really nice takeaway from that find is that this is only the, I think, second or third snake I've ever found at this park, which is good. It's nice to find something here because I wasn't really expecting to find much. So I'm really happy we got to see this, guys. I've got a juvenile, definitely not a newborn or anything. I would guess, I'm bad at this, but I would guess a few years old. Same species of tarantula, but you can see the size difference is quite significant. But yeah, another Texas brown tarantula, Phonopelma hensey. This is a great spot to find them. I've seen so many burrows. If I ever have any friends that are wanting to see them, which, why would I have a friend that would want to do that? I don't know. But this would be the place to take them for sure. And my second tarantula to handle. It's pretty insane. You can see I can get away with a lot and these things are not biting me. That was my biggest fear, is like, what if it bites me? Like, I know that the venom isn't going to harm me, but you know, it's just the fangs going to hurt, and I didn't want to find out, that's for sure. It would not help me get over this fear that I've had over the years. It doesn't want to leave me. It needs to feel the ground. Let's get it back down. Sorry for this camera work, y'all. I'm working with one hand and a giant ass spider in the other. Okay, got him down. Going down. See, this thing just, it doesn't want to bite me. It's incredible. Managed to flip a third tarantula, and this one's actually a little bit more gray / black, but I'm pretty sure it's the same species. Sometimes when they're closer to or further from a molt, they're different colors, or just within individuals there's a little variety, but similar size to that last one that I just caught. Little species diversity here with a striped bark scorpion. Pretty small one, medium size, I suppose. I don't know what that is, like a harvestman or something next to it. Yeah, flip this back over. I think this tarantula is quite a bit larger than the rest that we have seen today. See if I can get it out. Okay, this one actually had a food response, so I'm gonna try and find something to feed it. All right, y'all, so I was able to find this grub. We'll see if the tarantula would like it. I did want to touch on, where did I put it? Oh. What you want to do before you try and just handle some random tarantula, even though they're safe, if you do touch those little tripline webs that I was talking about earlier, you can generally get a response from the spider. Oh, he ate. Wow. He's got it in his mouth right now. So cool. Look at him go. Holy cow, that's cool. But yeah, so I took a stick and I touched those webs just to see his response. He was clearly hungry. He just like snapped at the stick. And it wasn't like he was trying to bite me. He thought it was food. These tarantulas can go a very long time without eating, and so whenever something comes by, they're opportunistic and ready to pounce. I'll look for something else and we'll see if we can beat it again. We've got some kind of beetle here that we're gonna try and feed. All right. Need to try and get rid of as much dirt as possible first. Oh, I don't know if he's gonna get this one. I didn't mean to drop it. Oh, I think he got it. Man, this guy is so cool. I say guy, but I don't know that it's a guy. Yeah, he's definitely got it in his mouth. Wow, so interesting. What they'll do, sometimes it looks like they're dancing after they eat. They're actually laying down webbing to kind of keep bits of the animal from flying around, I believe is what it is. So cool. All right, before I cover this up, I do want to show y'all what I was talking about with that feeding response. So if I tap the stick here, maybe a little closer, it may not have the same response if it's not hungry anymore. Oh, it's still got the bug in its mouth. So incredibly cool. Come on, focus. All right, peace out, buddy. I'm gonna cover him back up.
Six floors,